Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Harshman from Wholesale to Freedom. For those who don't know, this channel is all about wholesale and real estate in general, business, entrepreneurship, and everything in between. In today's video, we're going to talk about the one thing that if you can get this right, you'll be so successful in wholesaling in just about any facet of life. And it's just this one thing that a lot of people miss out on. And why this is important is because a lot of times we're focused on the wrong kind of outcome. And for that reason, we don't get the leads that we want and we don't get the interactions we want with the sellers. And I've made so much, over 6 figures from not even your standard dictionary motivated seller, but from investor sellers who knew what wholesaling was. And that's actually the where I made the most money. And I want to show you and I want to be transparent on how exactly I did that, not even talking to motivated sellers, quote unquote, but investors rather, people who are in the industry that we're in. And I was able to solve their problems and maximize profits. So if you're ready to learn the one thing that allows me to convert not just motivated sellers, but motivated investors, please hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. That way you get notified of all my future videos or when I would go live. Also, be sure to like this video if you find any value at all, which you will. And let's get right into it. So let's talk about what we're taught, especially as beginners when we're getting into the wholesaling industry, and that's to look for motivated sellers. And one of the things I hear all the time is, Alex, I'm not talking to enough motivated sellers. I'm not getting the answers I wanted. They want too much money. They're asking retail. Sellers aren't motivated. And I would tell you that more than likely you're missing out on the reason why you think that is. And the biggest reason is because we see it in social media, we see it from all the gurus out there that are saying, this business is easy, and it's not easy, it's simple. But people overlook, the real problem that the seller's having. So if we dig deep enough, we can find what that is and use that to leverage a better price and even some creative terms that allow us to win either way. Because it doesn't always have to be a cash offer. We can always have a realtor on our team who pays us a commission, but it can also be us listing the property for them through a broker who's willing to do that, and we can list our assignment on the MLS. But that's a very advanced topic for another video, and the whole purpose that I'm trying to get to is what is the biggest thing that you can do as a wholesaler to maximize profits and to maximize your abilities to create opportunities to maximize profits, right? What the heck are you talking about, Alex? Well, all too often we just leave it at the cash offer. All too often we just leave it at the offer, and we don't build any rapport. We don't do anything with the seller. We're in this business, remember, to help sellers out, whether it's investors or motivated sellers. And so all too often, again, we focus on the profits and how much money we're going to make instead of the real problem and the real answer to any situation in life, and more so in this industry, is how do we solve the seller's problems. If you start looking at every phone call like, all right, does this seller have a problem that they need solved? Yes, perfect, let's see how we can help them out. No? All right, let's move on to the next person. If they're asking too much, it sounds like, hey, you're asking for about market value for the property. That's okay, but we do have a realtor on our team that can specialize in getting those prices. Is that something you would be interested in? No? Okay, would it be okay to follow up with you in a couple months? If after we do some research, maybe things change on your end, you let us know, and if things change on our end, we let you know. Yeah? Okay, perfect. Now you've created an opportunity to follow up with this lead and you've added them to your pipeline. In my previous video, I talked about how to build your pipeline, and I'll put that in the description below if you haven't checked that out. But essentially what we're going for is we're trying to find an answer, right? Or we're trying to find a problem to solve. So by doing that, we're able to push these leads. Leads, again, are people who do want to sell, no matter if it's for retail or for a cash price. We're going to push these leads into a category, and these categories help us filter and navigate through our data. And or our pipeline rather. And by building this pipeline, we build future opportunities, and because we took the time to build that rapport and see if we could solve the seller's problems, they're going to remember us, and they're also going to give us, it's going to give us more of an upper edge on the next person who's doing what everybody else is doing and trying to collect the most money. Hey, that offer doesn't work for you? Okay, well, good luck selling your property, and then you hang up, right? No, that's not how we get far in this industry. So all too often, we're going into it for the wrong purposes, and for that reason, you get the wrong outcomes. I had an $8,000 assignment, and I donated all of it to the seller because they actually ended up owing more than what we had initially thought, and my buyer had already agreed to a price, and the realtor that brought the buyer, he had to get paid too. So who was going to sacrifice their commission to make this work for the seller? Well, I was the only one looking out for the seller because the realtor was representing the buyer, right? So it's not his responsibility. I think we all have this moral and ethical obligation, but at the end of the day, I was the only one that sacrificed my money, and it sucked, but it was the right thing to do. And because of that, that person left a good review on my Facebook page, which I'm sure helped me out in many other deals. And on top of that, I built a good relationship with that realtor who would now bring me all their deals because they know I'll do whatever it takes to get the deal done. And on top of that, the buyer, I just gained a lot of respect for these guys and from these people. Not that that's what I'm searching for, but it definitely doesn't hurt in this industry, especially when you're dealing with a lot of people who bring you deals. But at the end of the day, the feeling that it brought for me, knowing that I helped the seller out in a situation where they would have not been able to get out from under where they were at unless I helped them. And that feeling is priceless, and I'm sure that feeling has brought me through the law of attraction many other deals, and it's going to bring me tons of more money in the future. And that's what it's all about, right? You solve these problems, even if it doesn't work out to your benefit. There's a company, and you've probably heard of them before, it's called Zappos. It's the shoe company. It was run by a guy named Tony Hsieh, and his whole philosophy behind the company was to build the best culture in the business, right? The whole business was derived around creating this company culture that wanted people to succeed and then wanted people that wanted to be there. And why am I telling you this? It's because with starting out with the right culture and the right mindset, when you go to hire out VAs or anything like that, you're going to start building out the right mindset, the right culture, and you're going to start, solving these problems. And through that, you're going to build this awesome customer experience, whether or not it benefits you or not. And one of the stories about Zappos is, their defining moment was, as a joke, somebody had called Zappos customer service because it was 3 in the morning and they wanted a pizza, and the hotel they were staying at didn't have after hours delivery. They didn't have after hours service because the kitchen was closed. So as a joke, they called Zappos because they were claimed the #1 customer service to see if they could order a pizza for them at 3 in the morning. And sure enough, this Zappos customer service rep found a pizza place and got them a pizza order. Even though the call didn't end up in a sale, they still solved that person's problem, and I guarantee you that person shopped at Zappos from there on. And it's the same thing here, guys, right? Because what's going to happen is, hey, listen, seller, it's not going to work out for us, but we want to provide you with some help and insight if that's okay. Are you looking for something like that? Okay, by the way, you can find resources such as there's a realtor, here's a couple websites you can check out for, foreclosure options, things like that. And if you're ready to get out from under this thing, please contact us back. We'd love to help you out, make it a hassle-free sale for you, deal with the whole closing process on our own, pay all your closing costs. And we'd love to do business with you. But if it's not with us, if you go with somebody else and you still need help, just let us know. And we want to make sure that you get this thing taken care of, whether it's with us or not. And what that does is, you would be amazed at the response you get. Typically if you don't get an offer that is not accepted or it's so far off, they get so upset. But you make that offer, and then later on down the road, and I've had this happen, a couple days down the road, they calm down a little bit. They're like, hey, listen, I've talked to other companies and they're just not as, it just didn't seem like they wanted to help as much as you. And it's a lower price, but hey, we're willing to give you a chance. And I've had that happen, and it was all because of the one solution or the one thing that I was looking to do, and that solved their problems, even if it doesn't work out to my best interest. And nobody else in this industry is going to tell you that, because they want you to focus on profits. And while that's why you're in business, right? You're in business to make money, and I get that. you're also in business to build relationships, and it's a small world. So one good word can set you apart from the rest of the competition, because we all know the moment that something bad happens, negative feedback can spread faster than positive. And so it's important to stack up all that positive feedback, all those testimonials, and just build that, leave them with a solid solution. My business, I named it after my kid, but it has the word solutions in it, right? So home solutions. And the reason why I do that is because it's all about us finding a solution for the seller, again, even if it's not in our best interest. So next time you go to make that call or that offer call and you're feeling like, man, there's a lot of friction there, I feel like my offer is just way too far off from where they need to be, just say this: hey, Mr. Seller, would you consider this amount? No? Okay, well, listen, I understand that you want more for your property, and that's okay. We do have a solution for that as well. We have realtors on our team that can help us out in those situations, and they can take care of it, make it hassle-free for you as well. And then if that doesn't work, or if they don't want that, just say, hey, listen, I understand right now we're too far in price. We'll do some more research on our end, but if anything changes for you, please let us know. We are very interested, and if anything changes on our end, we'll definitely let you know. And if you just need help with the process or anything at all, please don't hesitate to call us. And they'll be like really grateful for that, and you'll be like, wow, I feel great. Even though I didn't get what I want, it feels good. And that feeling is going to bring you more in the long run, because I'm a strong and firm believer in the law of attraction. And I hope in the next month or so I'll have a video on a deal I'm working on right now. It's $75,000, and it's from an investor seller. And so I would love to share the details with you, whether or not that goes through. But I'm going to wait until it's all said and done, so that way I can give you the concrete details and just to share that experience with you. And it came from this same philosophy, so that's why I'm mentioning. But if you found, again, any value out of this video, please like, subscribe down below. Click that notification bell, because otherwise you'll miss out on the videos like this when I put them out. And any comments, questions that you guys have, put them down in the comments section. I answer each and every single one of them, and I would love to help you out in your business. So thank you all for watching, and for all my subscribers who are already subscribed, I want to say thank you for your continued support and love. And for that, I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.